Hello students, now in this video we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 5 Python variables and operators part 1. So Python is a programming language. This is a new programming language for you. Nowadays Python programming languages are used to develop most of the web-based applications. That is, internet applications are mostly developed by using the Python programming language. And then several apps also developed by using the Python programming language. So now we are going to study about why Python is used for most of the places. Why nowadays Python programmings are used for all the applications, development of all the applications. Okay. The main reason is Python coding is more smaller when compared to the other programming languages. As well as in Python there are several built-in modules are available. You just use that module to develop the program code. That's why we are using Python program to develop the most of the applications. Okay. Now in this video class we are going to discuss about the introduction about Python. And then who developed, what are the variables and the operators inside of this Python programming languages. Okay students, now we see about introduction about this lesson. So Python is a general purpose programming language. So in the name itself it shows a general purpose. What is the meaning of general purpose programming language? That means we can able to use the Python programs for all the processes. That is, programs are used for both scientific and non-scientific problems. That is known as general purpose programming language. So the Python programming language was created by Guido van Rossum from CWI. The expansion of CWI is Centrum Wiskunde and Informatics, which is the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science in Netherlands. That is, CWI is one of the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. It is situated in Netherlands. Okay. So Python program is a general purpose programming language. Python program was created by Guido van Rossum. Okay. Python program was created by Guido van Rossum from CWI. What is the expansion of CWI? Centrum Wiskunde and Informatics. Okay, now we see the next one. The language was released in 1991. So when this language was released in 1991, Python got its name from a BBC comedy series from 70s. So why the developer give the name Python means Python name is get from the BBC comedy series from 70s. Okay, the series name is Monty Python's Flying Circus. From this series only the name Python is got for this language. Python supports both procedural and object-oriented programming approaches. We already studied, procedural programming language. That is, C is known as a procedural programming language. And then object-oriented programming languages, C++, Java, Python, these are all known as object programming languages. Okay, so it can Python supports both procedural and object-oriented programming language. That is, the approach for solving the problem is different in procedural and object-oriented programming language. In procedural programming language, we are giving more importance to the data. In object-oriented programming languages, we are focusing both the data and functions together and solve the problems. Okay, Python supports both procedural and object-oriented programming approaches. So the key features of Python. What are the main features available in Python? We already know it is a general purpose programming language. Okay, so we can able to use both scientific and non-scientific programming. That is, scientific means we are developing the program based on the mathematical calculations. Okay, based on the calculations or durations we are giving to develop the scientific programs. And non-scientific programs means we can develop the program based on the truth or based on some knowledge we get from that place. Okay, so that is known as the non-scientific programs. So Python program is a flat platform independent programming language. That is, we can able to use more than one OS. We can use Python programs in Windows as well as your Unix, Linux, whatever it may be. Okay, so it is a platform independent programming language. So it can work independent of the platform which OS we are using. No problem for using this Python programming languages. The programs written in Python are easily readable and understandable. The program codes are easy to read and understand. You can see some of the examples of Python programs. Then you can understand how is it easy for writing and understanding the Python programs code. Okay, now in this textbook we are going to discuss about the Python version 3.x of Python IDLE. IDLE means Integrated Development Learning Environment. That is, here have several different kinds of IDLE. Here we are using version 3.x. Okay, it can be downloaded from, if you want to store Python program code in your computer, we just download the Python software from this website. Okay, that is www.python.org. This is a website address used to download your Python programming language. Okay, so when we download this Python, automatically it shows the icon in your desktop screen. Okay, so now you can see programming in Python, how to write the programs in Python. Okay, so programs in Python can be written in two different ways, that is interactive mode and script mode. There are two different ways to write your programs in Python. Interactive mode, how we can write programs in interactive mode means to write codes in the Python command. In interactive mode, the codes are written by Python command prompt. The command prompt, it shows like this, that is 3 greater than symbols. Okay, and then we can also write your programs in script mode programs. So can be written and stored as separate file. In script mode, the programs are written and stored in separate file with the extension .py and executed. Okay, so in Python, how many ways you can able to write your programs? There are 2 ways. Okay, in Python, how many ways you can able to write? There are 2 ways you can able to write your program. That is, one is interactive mode, another one is script mode. In interactive mode, we are going to write your Python programs in the Python prompt, command prompt. The command prompt is denoted by 3 greater than symbols. Okay, so whereas in script mode, the separate file can be created and write the program and save with the extension .py. Okay, and executed. Script mode is used to create and edit Python source file. Okay, so script mode is also used to create and edit the Python source file. Okay, interactive mode programming. Now you can see about how to create your programs in interactive mode. The interactive mode can also be used as a simple calculator. So why we call it is a calculator? In calculator, how we can do? If we give some numbers, it shows the result immediately. Yes, 5 plus 2. When you press equal symbol, then we get the result, that is 7. Okay, it shows the output immediately in calculator. The same way, interactive mode is also showing the output immediately. When you type the command and press enter key, it shows the output immediately. That's why we compare this interactive mode with the simple calculator. Okay, in interactive mode, Python code can be directly typed and the interpreter display the result immediately. We know the term interpreter, no? Why we are using the term interpreter? Interpreter means interpreter is a translator. Okay, what is meant by interpreter? Interpreter is a translator, is used to translate the code from source language into object-oriented programming languages. Okay, so interpreter is a translator, is used to translate the source code into the object code. Can you able to remember what is meant by source code? Source code is a code written by the high-level programming languages. Okay, so and that source code, it must be translated into the object code. Then only the computer can understand and process the data and produce the result. Okay, so the translation process is done by the interpreter. We already studied a compiler in 11th standard, no? C++ programming languages. The compiler is used for translator. What is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler can translate the whole source code into the object code, but interpreter can translate the line by line. Each line can be translated. Okay, that is the difference between interpreter and compiler. Compiler can translate whole source code into the object code. Interpreter can translate line by line. Each line can be translated into the object code. Okay. So Python programming languages uses interpreter to translate source code to object code. Okay. So when you are typing the instruction, immediately the interpreter translate the source code into the object code and display the results immediately. Okay. So now you can see how to invoke a Python IDLE. That is how to call Python IDLE. Okay. So what is the expansion of IDLE? Interactive Development Learning Environment. Okay. So the following command can be used to invoke Python IDLE from Windows OS. Okay. So we just click on Start button and then we go for all programs Python 3.x IDLE Python 3.x. Okay. So this is the command is used to open the Python Integrated Development Learning Environment window. Okay. So this is Windows 7. If you want to open in Windows 10, then it shows instead of showing the start button, there only the symbols are available for start button. Okay. Or otherwise we can open this window by using the Python icon. If this icon available in your desktop, we can also use this icon. Okay, so click on this icon, it also open the Python window. So now this is the Python IDLE window. Okay, in this window title bar and menu bars are available. Okay, so after that we can able to see the Python prompt. This is a Python prompt. Now this prompt shows the Python interpreter window is ready to type the commands. Okay, we can type the instruction and get the output. Okay, so this is a Python IDLE window. We know why we need a title bar. Title bar shows the title of the particular document, and menu bar is having more than one menus. Each menu is having several options. We can use these options and do the process. Okay, now you can see the prompt. That is the prompt. The prompt triple greater than symbol indicates that the interpreter is ready to accept instructions. Okay, so the prompt indicates that the interpreter is ready to accept instructions. Therefore, the prompts on screen means IDLE is working in interactive mode. Okay, so when you see this prompt symbol, we can able to identify you are working in the interactive mode. Okay, now I will show how to open this Python program code in Windows 10. Okay, we just type on this. We click this start button, or we can type here. Okay, Python programming language. We just type Python. So see this IDLE Python 3.7. Now in your book, we are going to discuss about Python version 3.7. Okay, we just click on this option. It will shows the Python script. IDLE window, Python interactive window. Okay, so this is your Python interactive window. How you can identify this is a Python interactive window? With this prompt symbol. Okay, there are three greater than symbols is there. Now you can type the command here. In Python, the print statement is used to show the output. Okay, I will just give the print statement. Okay, so print within bracket I specify welcome to Python programs. Okay, welcome to Python programs. So this is a command is used to display the content on the monitor. Okay, now you can see the output welcome to Python programs. We can get the output immediately after the instruction is processed. Now if we want to do any arithmetic calculations, I just give 12 plus 5. Okay, I will press enter key, we get the output 17. Okay, that's why we compare this interactive mode as a small simple calculator. Once we enter the content, we get the output immediately. Okay, so see this, I will just type 78 into 2. It shows the output like this 156. Okay, so this is the interactive window mode for typing Python programming languages. So we see this examples. Okay, in interactive mode Python programming, we see the examples on that particular mode. Now here in your book there are two examples is given, that is 5 plus 10 and then 5 plus 10, 50 into 10, 5 square, that is here exponent symbol, double asterisk symbol is used for exponent, 5 power 2, that is 5 into. In example 2, print statement is given. We already know no print statement is used to display the content in the monitor, that is output statement. Okay, print within bracket we are specifying some message, that is Python programming language. So this message can be displayed on the monitor, Python programming language. And then next we are typing x equal to, this is a prompt. Okay, x equal to 10, and again the prompt y equal to 20, z equal to x plus y. Okay, so the value of x is 10, the value of y is 20. These two numbers are added and stored into the variable z. So z equal to 10 plus 20. We get the we store the value 30 in z. Okay, so print the sum z, the sum is equal to 30. Okay, instead of the h is missing. Okay, the sum comma z, within double quotes the message as it is can be displayed, equal to the value stored in this variable z will be shown here. Okay, that is 30. Okay, is it clear? That is the sum comma z, within double quotes the message as it is displayed on the screen. Okay, equal to 30. Here z is the variable, x, y, z, these are all known as a variable. We know why we need a variable. Yes, variables are used to store the values. Okay, if you are specifying the variable name alone, it shows the value stored on that variable. Okay, so if you are giving this variable within double quotes means it shows only the variable name, z alone will be displayed. If you want to show the value, then we can use a variable name. Okay, now you can see this examples in interactive mode. So this is your interactive mode. It shows the prompt symbol. Okay, here the same program is given how the output can be displayed. Okay, that is x equal to 10, y equal to 20, z equal to x plus y. Print the sum is equal to z. So the result will be shown like this, the sum equal to 30. Okay, that's all about the interactive mode in Python programming language. In the next video, we discuss about how to work with the script mode. Okay, students, thank you.